I'm gonna beat you with a fighting deck, so prepare for it. Cause if you're playing a lightning deck or a darkness deck, you'd better quit. And yeah, your weakness will turn you into dust. Cause with Groudon EX, you're sure to get crushed. A giant claw and I will draw my prizes one by one until you're gonna wow. Look at me go, so much fun. Ha, all you folks just try out that Raikou EX, Darkrai EX. I don't really get it cause you don't know what's in store for you people. Up next you will find out the effects of playing the same deck for months, man. Dynamo, please, not the same old ability again. Just try out something new, maybe Mew. But if you're still playing lightning, you will lose to fighting. How exciting, and that's it for this rap. Groudon is back. What's up YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here, and we're at episode 44 now. And this time we're gonna check out Groudon EX, which is another EX card. We'll be getting a Dark Explorer. So now let's go over the card. As you see, this EX also has a massive HP, 180 to be exact, which means this card won't be knocked out in one blow in most cases. Its weakness is water, which is also very good in my opinion, since there aren't that many competitive water cards at the moment, unless you're up against the Kyurem EX or something like that, but you won't come across that very often. And maybe the new Kyogre EX might cause a threat, but he can't knock out Groudon EX in one blow, so we're pretty safe. And since all the tournaments are full of eels at the moment, Groudon will have an awesome time to smash through those, because his resistance is none other than lightning, which means this card is a really great counter to lightning decks if you give him an EV Light as well, which means a Bolt Strike will only deal 80 damage, for example. The only bad thing about this card though is the retreat cost, which is the massive amount of 4, and this means you will definitely have to run Switch or maybe Darkrai EX together with Prism, Rainbow or Darkness energies in order to retreat. Other than that, this card is pretty solid. For 2 energies it deals 20 damage, and as a side effect it also deals 10 damage to the entire bench of your opponent, which means it's sort of a less powerful Glaciate and can help you out in certain situations. And to power up his second attack as well, because Giant Claw deals 80 damage for 3 energies, but if the defending Pokemon already has 2 or more damage counters on it, it deals 120 damage instead, which means if you use his first attack Trump twice, all of your opponent's Pokemon will receive 120 damage each turn with Giant Claw, and that is just really awesome, dealing 120 damage for 3 energies without a side effect. And you'll be able to knock out every Lightning and Darkness Pokemon in our current format in just one blow, which makes this deck a really great contender in an upcoming tournament. So let us check out which other Pokemon you'll be able to find in this sort of deck. Well, the first one that comes to mind is Terrakion, of course, since it's a high HP basic, and you're still running Fighting Energies and Prisms, maybe together with Darkrai EX, so heavy basics isn't any problem in this deck. With the help of XP share in this deck and some Terrakions, you'll be able to retaliate most of the time to deal decent damage on your opponent's active Pokemon. And once you want to finish off the deal and you dealing heavy damage, you just switch around your Terrakion for Groudon EX, use Shaman Celebration Wind or something to get the energies to Groudon, and then finish it off with a Giant Claw. That way you'll have some decent damage on your opponent's Pokemon to knock it out. And yeah, unfortunately there isn't any energy acceleration for fighting decks yet, so we'll have to rely on XP share for now to get the energies into play, or to keep them into play, as well as Shaman to move around the energies. But the good news is that we'll be getting a Terrakion EX in one of the upcoming sets, and that one has the potential to be a solid energy acceleration and fighting decks. Another great deck that might want to try out Groudon EX is Vileplume Reuniclus, since it already runs fighting energies for Donphan Prime. It might also enjoy the extra HP of Groudon to stay alive turn after turn with the help of Reuniclus, since not many water Pokemon are being played. And as I said, using Groudon EX's second attack twice, you'll easily knock out the rest of your opponent's Pokemon with Giant Claw. So I think Groudon EX definitely has potential, and if you're playing a lightning deck, you'd better prepare yourself for this one. Anyway, that's all for the deck analysis of this week. Let's go on to Poké-News. I have 3 things on my list, and for some reason it's all a different category this time. Alright, first up, the new movie, which is the 15th Pokemon movie they plan on releasing. There's already a trailer out, so check that out if you like the movies. It's about the legendary trio of the Unova region, like Virizion, Cobalion, Terrakion, as well as Kyurem and the new Pokemon Keldeo. And while I'm talking about trailers, there's also a trailer out for our new game, Pokemon Black and White 2, and of course it's still Japanese, so we'll probably have to wait a bit more for the English release. And lastly, to end Poké-News with some trading card game news. Alright, there are some new scans available at Bulbapedia this time of the Dark Explorer cards, so we'll check them out. We have the new EXs, Groudon EX, Kyogre EX, EX, and Raikou EX, so now you see the translated version. And then some random cards of the set, Sableye, which has no weakness and can bring back item cards out of the discard pile with one of his attacks, and then Umbreon, which is their average everyday uncommon card, but with the help of Fliptini, it might be interesting to use his second attack. That way your opponent might get stuck if he loses all of his energies. Then we have a Sandile that goes to Crocodile eventually, and this one might be interesting for a second attack, which can deal a maximum of 200 damage, but I talked about that one before, and Dark Rush, which was the Japanese release of this card. And then we have Scrafty as just a weak card, to be honest. Next is Zorua, and this one will definitely be played if you're up against Zoroark deck or something like that, since they can evolve on turn 1 using his first attack. And then we have Bisharp, which is weak, and then on a random common card, Vullaby. And then we have a tool card, Dark Cloud, which I forgot to mention in the episode of Darkrai EX. So Darkness Pokemon will have energy acceleration, as well as a way to deal more damage thanks to this tool card. So we'll have to see if it can stand up against Groudon EX or something. And that pretty much wraps it up once again for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. You know I always appreciate that. And if you have any questions, thoughts, or awesome new ideas, the comment section is your place to be. And for those of you that haven't subscribed yet, now's your chance. You'll be able to stay updated about your favorite trading card game every week. Anyway, this was ZapdosTCG. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, until next time.